a shotgun rider, cruise through the country, maybe pulling all nighter. Every little body needs a cloud decider. Come on, baby.
Welcome to Skip Scoop. And in case you're wondering why I'm sitting here with the Indiana baseball shirt draped over me, well, we have a winner from last week's Guess That Tattoo. And Steve from Geneva, Illinois, I'll tell you what, it didn't take us long, Kyle, before he posted those 4 in a row on the winning guess there. And so, Steve, for your efforts, you get the Indiana baseball T-shirt, and great job on that. And we'll have your address, and we're going to send that out to you right away.
Yeah, it took just a couple hours for Steve to get the correct answer emailed into us.
He was all over it.
Absolutely, he was on it real quick. You got to be quick on these.
I think he might even be in our locker room, Kyle.
That might be a bit creepy, but let's get into fall ball now. How's it going so far?
I was afraid you'd ask that question, Kyle.
Speaking of creepy.
I'll tell you, the good thing about Skip Scoop is we're going to be honest with our viewers out there and give you an inside look as to what's really going on in Indiana baseball. And I think our guys would agree it was probably not our best week of practice. And I would attribute that to a couple things. I mean, we've got a lot of new guys, and when you got a lot of new guys and you're putting in a new system, I think everybody realizes there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. The disappointing part for us is just we'd like to shorten that learning curve with bringing some of that experience together with the new guys. But good group of kids. We love this group of kids, and we think that the talent's there. Now we just got to get a little bit of a chip on our shoulder as we go into week 2 and make this a much better week than week 1. So, I'm not going to sit here and hammer us too much, but I wasn't pleased with it. The good part for me is in talking to some of the guys, they weren't pleased with it either. So I think everybody's looking forward to get back out there and turn this thing around a little bit. Not a good week.
And last week on the episode, we had some fun with Name That Tattoo. We're going to have some fun again. One of our most popular episodes of last year was the word association. Something a little similar. We're going to bring in the 2 assistants, do a little Hoosier Superlatives.
Well, and I think what we need to explain the rules a little bit is we're not going to have them in here together. So these answers, what we're going to do is give them a word or a sentence to best describe one player on our team, and neither one of them are going to be sitting in here together, so they're not going to know what the other guy is saying. And what we're hoping for, Kyle, is a match. It'll be fun, and we'll play along with that here as we go. So why don't we we'll go age before beauty, and we'll grab old Coach Neal in here, and we'll go through and see what he has to say. Because we don't have a high production budget, I'm going to actually be off camera when I read Coach Neal the superlatives. So here we go. Okay, Coach Neal, the rules of the game are I'm going to give you a word or a description. You give me the player that best fits that description.
Got it.
All right, here we go. Most athletic.
Micah Johnson.
Justin Curitin.
Biggest slob.
Cody Leichman, Dylan Dooney.
Chad Martin.
Funniest.
Kyle Schwarber.
Matt Dearden.
Most confident.
Sam Travis.
Sam Travis.
Guy you would not want to fight.
Kyle Schwarber.
Ryan Halstead.
Fashionable. Most fashionable guy.
Micah Johnson.
Micah Johnson.
Least fashionable.
That's got to be maybe one of the California guys, probably Rhett Montana.
Micah Johnson.
Most dedicated.
Chad Martin.
Brian Ritz.
Best leader.
Drew Leninger.
Kyle Schwarber.
Most intelligent.
Brian Ritz.
Brian Ritz.
Most apt to be found in the training room.
Let's see. It's got to be Walker Stadler.
Walker Stadler.
Least likely to get a date.
There's a few of them.
Oh, man. We've got so many.
Best field worker.
Works on the field or
Yes.
works at the field?
Most works on the field.
On the field. Drew Leninger.
I would say Drew Leninger.
Tries to get out of field work at the field?
Micah Johnson,
Micah Johnson.
Best dancer?
Casey Smith,
Casey Smith.
If you had a daughter, who would you want her to marry?
let's see, Chris Soika,
Michael Basil.
Best singer?
not Dylan Dooney,
It's the start of something new. It feels so right to be here with you. Yeah. And now I'm looking in your eyes.
I'm going with, I bet Ty Downing Deep Down is our best singer.
Micah Johnson.
Biggest eater?
Cody Leichman,
Chad Martin.
Worst haircut?
Am I allowed to say Kyle?
Can't say
Coleman?
Kyle Kuhlman.
Okay.
Other than Kyle.
Most likely, and we'll finish with this, most likely to be a coach?
Who? Sam Travis.
Chris Soika.
Well, Kyle, we learned a lot there. We learned that you have a bad haircut, and I wish people could see it right now. And you
It's
should
awful.
stay exactly where you are right now, which is behind the camera.
I don't plan on coming on the other side.
behind
This
the
hat
camera.
is not coming off.
You know what the most fun part of that whole show for me was, Kyle, is the fact that they were not sitting in here and saying, neither one of them knew what they were saying. So that was pretty good. We had some matches there. But let's get on with question of the week. We have one question of the week. This comes from William. Keep up the good work on Skip Scoop. Thank you, William. Are there any scrimmages coming up this fall that are open to the public? And William, basically all of our practices are open to the public, but we'll be doing our final Cream and Crimson series the week of October 10th through the 16th, I believe. But if you happen to email the office or email the same address here, we can also tell you we scrimmage most weekends, so you're more than welcome to come anytime. And moving on to the pictures of the week, Kyle, we got some nice pictures here.
We do indeed.
And
this
again, it would not be a Skip Scoop if we didn't have our weekly submission from Ross Dickerson. And this is Ross standing in front of the ship, apparently, of the Masters and Commanders of Russell Crowe movie, I guess. I didn't have the good fortune to see that movie. Or maybe I did. Is that the one, I think, where he was a scientist? I don't know, Kyle. Help me.
Haven't seen
Help
it.
me.
Haven't heard of it.
I'm struggling. Do some quality editing for us here, and maybe we'll figure that out. I love this picture here. This comes from the grandparents of former Hoosier Tyler Tickey, and you can see the great Herman Wells sitting. I believe that's who that is,
It
right?
is indeed.
Sitting there on the bench.
Right in the middle of campus.
Right on the middle of campus, and a classic photo there. And we hope that Tyler's doing well, and thanks for that photo. And looks like we've got, I would say, two Hoosier greats, but one of them is a real Hoosier great, former Hoosier Josh Fagley, standing there with a good friend of our program, Rockin' Todd Reed. Looks like they're enjoying an IU tailgate with the big IU victory this weekend, so that certainly was a lot of fun. But we'll be back next week with another quality edition of the Skip Scoop, and we'll try to bring you some practice footage next week, and hopefully the guys will be something worth seeing. So we'll see you next week.